Matt, you come on. Yeah.
Nicole Daly Jones, Mayor, City of North Olmsted. I want to start by expressing my deepest condolences to Margot Wood and her family, who were all victims in this senseless tragedy yesterday, especially for the unthinkable loss of their son, Julian. As a mother, I cannot even begin to fathom the sense of loss that this family is going through. The city and I all share in your loss and are terribly sorry. I also want to take a moment to thank all of our safety forces, our dispatchers, our police officers, our firefighters, paramedics, who again responded quickly, compassionately, and professionally. At this time, I will turn it over to our police chief, Bob Wagner.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Police Chief Bob Wagner. I want to first offer my heartfelt condolences to the family. It's a very difficult time, I know, for them, but also for all the first responders, police, fire, EMS that responded yesterday. We did have some mutual aid from Westlake Police and Fire, as well as Fairview Park Fire Department. And I do want to especially thank them for their quick and professional response. We responded to the area of Giant Eagle on an assault that multiple people were stabbed yesterday, approximately a couple minutes after 3 p.m. I will eventually turn this over to Detective Sergeant Matt Beck, but I wanted to just give you a couple of items of interest. We are currently pulling all the videotape, and it's a lot of data, so it's going to take us a little bit of time to push that out to you all. We pushed out several media releases, and we will continue to do so as we update. Currently, Miss Ellis, the suspect, is in custody. She's to be charged with murder. And as we gather the data and send that out, some of it will be redacted, but there's a lot between dash cam, body cam, store video, station video, 911 calls. So we've gotten all your record requests, and we will turn that over to you very soon. If it's not today, it should be tomorrow. So I will turn this over to Detective Sergeant Matt Beck, but thank you for your understanding in this time. It's difficult for all of us, and we will answer all your questions as they come in. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I am Detective Sergeant Matt Beck. As the Mayor and the Chief have already stated, I do want to take this opportunity to offer my condolences as well to the Wood family on the tragic loss of their 3-year-old son. So just to reiterate the facts of the case that we know to this point, yesterday afternoon at approximately 3:03 hours, our dispatch center got inundated with several 911 calls reporting a black female dressed in all black had just stabbed several people in the Giant Eagle parking lot, which is located right across the street from our police station. Our all available units that we had, I think there was about six or seven patrolmen, several detectives responded there. The female was located, still carrying the knife that she used during this incident near the Dover Center exit from Giant Eagle. She was taken into custody. She provided no resistance to us, and she was immediately transported to the North Olmsted City Jail. The officers on scene also tended to the 2 victims. Was 3-year-old male, and then his mother, 38, both of North Olmsted. Our officers did an amazing job doing life support, life-saving measures on both the child and the adult. Unfortunately, though, as we know, the young child did pass away yesterday. Miss Ellis has been charged with aggravated murder, as the chief said. She was arraigned this afternoon. The case has been continued, and once we do present this to the grand jury, additional charges will be filed. I do want to take a moment to correct something in my initial press release this afternoon, that I stated that Mrs. Wood would make a full recovery. My intention on that was her physical wounds. I understand full-heartedly that there is going to be emotional trauma for the rest of her life. As somebody that has lost somebody that was 3 years old in my family, I fully understand the pain that she's going through. So with that said, I will stand for any questions that I can't ask or answer for you guys now.
Sergeant, this has all been characterized, but I'd like to know, just to confirm, that this was a random act. Is there any connection that you're aware of between the victim and the perpetrator?
As of this point, and speaking with the mother and our knowledge, that no, there was no connection between these two whatsoever. This was entirely a random act of violence.
Sir, how was she attacked? Was she attacked from behind? Lady just walked up to her and did whatever? Explain that aspect of it.
So to kind of start, Miss Ellis was inside the Volunteers of America store, where she obtained a butcher knife or some type of kitchen knife. Unknown at this point if she paid for that knife or if she stole it, but then she was then seen exiting Volunteers of America, walked over to Giant Eagle, where she was on their cameras, spotted Mrs. Wood and her son, and then proceeded to follow them out to the parking lot. And somewhere near their vehicle, Miss Ellis then attacked the two of them.
Was it a frontal attack or from behind?
The young child suffered 2 stab wounds, one to the face and one to the back, and then she has suffered one to her shoulder area.
So was there any altercation inside Giant Eagle?
No. The video shows that they just passed each other. Miss Ellis turned around, looked at her, and followed her out the door.
Was the child in the cart? Was the child in the shopping cart?
Yes, the child was seated in the front seat of the shopping cart.
What do we know about the suspect's state of mind?
Her past with the criminal justice system, there is nothing that shows that she has any violent tendencies. She's only been arrested for theft from our agency, and I believe one crime out of the state of Florida, which was also nonviolent. So there's no indication that why she committed this. There is some mental health concerns that we have, but nothing concrete at this point.
Sergeant, has she been interviewed, and what can you share from that, if so?
The interview we did attempt to conduct today with my detectives was, she wouldn't speak about anything. She lawyered up.
In your release, you mentioned that the North Olmsted Police are familiar with her. How and how recent? The most recent outside of this event?
She was arrested in 2023 for petty theft out of Walmart, and then was pled out in Rocky River Court and put on probation.
Nothing prior to yesterday, I mean, in terms of her coming to the police station, talking to anybody, anything like that?
So she was arrested, I believe, last Thursday on an outstanding probation violation warrant. She was held for court, and then she did come back yesterday inquiring about some money that she had.
Sergeant, excuse me, so that was here in North Olmsted. She was arrested here on that outstanding warrant, and she came back here to discuss that. She's from Cleveland, is that right?
Correct. So she was arrested on Thursday at Walmart. A welfare check was done on her, and she was found to have that warrant, so she was taken into custody. And then upon her release last week, she was came back yesterday morning inquiring about some property of hers.
Exactly, yeah. How many 911 calls were there?
That I don't know for sure.
Did any bystanders try
The incident itself happened with less than 5 seconds, so the people that were near there did react and respond, but by that time, the incident itself was over and Ms. Ellis was already walking away. But I believe there were emergency nurse on scene there, and as well as our officers tended to him pretty quickly.
Sorry, do you know where she was walking to after the incident?
No idea.
Did she say anything during the attack or prior to?
None that was reported to us.
So she brought the weapon into Giant Eagle?
Correct.
Now this is just almost a year since there was a violent incident in Giant Eagle last June.
Mhm.
Just wondering if there's a message you have to residents or to people in Northeast Ohio right now, since this is the same store.
You know, as a 17-year member of the North Olmsted Police Department, I can attest that we do take the safety of our residents very seriously. Obviously, though, on a daily basis, we can't be everywhere and anywhere, so I would strongly encourage those that, you know, keep your head on a swivel, pay attention to your surroundings, and if something doesn't look right, please don't hesitate to call the police department. We'll come investigate, no problem.
Any plans for heightened security at the store?
That I do not know.
Sergeant, from the time that she encountered them inside the Giant Eagle until the act happened, and that was outdoors, right?
Correct.
How much time had elapsed between those two moments, can you say, roughly?
I would say no more than 2 minutes.
So basically, they were walking out, she was walking in, she turns around as they're walking out, attacks them in the parking lot. Is that the scenario?
Correct. If nobody has any
Thank
further
you.
questions,
Thank
I
you all.
appreciate you guys coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this, Sergeant, I appreciate it.